Yes, sir. You know I'm good, right? Let's go, Biz. I hear the troubles coming from
Okay, here we got Jonthan Hallenbeck's August 2015 athlete evaluation. Here we see him running full speed. We're going to slow him down to 50% speed. And finally, we're going to look at him at 10% speed. Now, he's got a lot of good things going for him here, and I see some big differences and changes versus when he first came on. But one of the things we're going to look at right away is he's getting his arms in the shape that we've been working on him with, like that L shape, and you can see how pretty that looks there. There's a couple of things that we want to notice, and as the changes kind of go forward, there'll be smaller changes. They won't be so dramatic, but they're still very important changes. So if you notice here, he's a little bit tense in his upper body. He's kind of got his hands real stiff, almost like little knives, and he's closing his arm from an L to a V, and then also with the tension in his upper body, you can see how his elbow is getting away from his side of his body there. So if he can just relax a little bit more and relax his hands, that's going to allow him to keep a better arm shape through his stride. We're going to push him forward a little bit more to about maybe 6 or 7 yards. And again, with the tension in his upper body, it's causing him to bring his shoulders over, rock his shoulders side to side, and that's bringing his arms in the center of his chest. And you can see how his fingertips are facing like straight up towards his nose and eyes. So that should be on the outside of the body. The shoulders should be totally square. So we've come a long way with this. Still some tweaks and small changes to make, but definitely some things that we want to make changes on going forward. So he'll need to just kind of relax the upper body again, get his elbows outside, get his hand out in front of his eyes, and not tuck it in behind him. Going forward a little bit more, we're going to take a look at one of the bigger problems here is that his legs. If you'll notice here how you see his lead leg, and then you can almost not at all barely see the leg that's tucked in behind. So he's basically relaxing his leg and letting it to drive back behind the leg. So he's almost stepping in like the same footprint versus having like a left leg footprint and a right leg footprint. So we need him to be aware that the right leg should be in the right lane, the left leg should be in the left lane, and not cross him over. That's a very slow move there. So that's one thing we're probably going to take a look at. We might have to do some hip flexor work with him to straighten all that out, but that is one change we want to make. And then again, him striking on his heels. If you notice here, how he strikes exactly straight on his heel. And this is about 12 or 13 yards away from the wall. So at this point, he's got a good run going. He should not be on the heels of his feet. Instead of on the ball, he should flip it over and be on the balls of his feet. So those are the changes that we want to make. Relax the upper body, stop having the legs tuck in behind each other, and then do not strike on the heel, but strike on the ball of the foot. We're going to take a look at his vertical leap. Again, we just need to work on his technique here to get a little bit better to explode up higher. But he did have a 2-inch improvement on his vertical leap. So, you know, any improvement is a great improvement. So we'll take that. And then next you'll see a standing broad jump. And with the standing broad jump, this is how explosive he can be from a dead standstill. And he actually had a huge dramatic jump from 3 foot 9 inches last time to 5 foot 4.5 inches. So you're talking about over a 1.5 foot difference in his jumping ability there. So he's going to be able to create more power and speed from a dead standstill now that he's stronger and quicker. And the last thing is his lateral speed. Now this is 5-yard increments, and how many can he do in 30 seconds? So he did 12 last time and did 14 this next time. So he improved his lateral speed 10 yards versus last time he came in November. So again, taking a look at his stats from previous to now, push-ups 16 versus 26, you'll see all those differences. Main thing we want to draw your attention to is his plank time. His core has gotten extremely strong, way stronger than before. He actually maxed out on his plank. Very proud of his broad jump and his vertical gains. But if you look at his speed, 0.15 seconds quicker in the 10, but then huge jumps in the 20 and the 40. A half a second off his 20 time and a full second off his 40 time. So in say 7 or 8 months, he was able to basically shave a whole second off his 40 time, which is a huge gain. He also gained some flexibility. So those are the things that we want to kind of look at and continue to work with him going forward.
You know I'm good, right? Let's go, Biz.